We are back in the tropics and we are planting some fruit trees. Today I went to the store, it's like Home Depot, and they sell trees there. And I got 10 trees. So let me show you what I got. I got 2 avocado trees and these are grafted, so they should produce very soon. This is avocado and the variety is Benek. This is another avocado tree and it's also grafted. You can see the graft right here. And this one is called Guayaquin, something like that. And check out the price, it's only $4 for one avocado tree. You can buy one avocado for $1 or one avocado tree that will give you hundreds for many years for only $4. And it was actually on sale. It was only like $3.80, something like that. So that's pretty cool. I just made some holes over there and one over there. And I'm gonna put those avocados next to each other. They're gonna be about 20 feet apart. And then the rest of them, I'm gonna plant them in this area right here because my grandmother lives over here and she's gonna be watering those trees right there. I'm making this video so you can watch what I do here too, but also for myself. So in the future, when I want to reference back which tree is which, I will know what the variety is that is planted here. I can just come back, watch the video, and then remember what variety of tree I planted into the ground. So in this corner right here, at the farthest, closest to the road, I'm going to be planting the Benek avocado. And the avocados like a pretty dry zone when you plant them. So I'm not going to be planting them too deep. I'm just going to be planting them as deep as the pot is. So this is the Benek going into the ground. I'm going to remove this bag and then I'm going to just put it into the ground and hope for the best. A little too deep. I'm gonna add a little more soil. That's pretty good right there. I'm gonna cover it back with the soil, native soil, and hopefully we will have an avocado tree here when I come back in a few months or maybe a year. Benek avocado. Ya está uno. So this one is the Re Guayaquil. So I haven't heard of this variety before, but this one's going to be a little bit farther in from the road. Here's the tree. We live in an area that is very hot, so I'm not sure if these are going to survive. They like cool weather, but if they survive, they're going to be happy in this area. So I'm following the same line from the avocados, and I just planted 2 wax apples, which they call around here Japanese cashews, which is very interesting. So yeah, these are going to be wax apples right over here, and the same line with the avocados. And now I'm moving on to the other side. Here are the beautiful wax apples, and I believe these are not from a cutting or grafted. I believe these are seedlings. So we'll see how long it takes for those to make some fruit. I'm planting them about 15 to 20 feet apart over here, so we'll see what happens. So I was able to finish planting the trees. Here's a beautiful fig tree that I planted in this section. And this section I planted about 6 trees. That's the first one right here. It's a fig tree. I'm gonna get inside of here. And I'm watering them right now because it is important to water them right after planting. Barely any water coming out of that thing though. So my grandmother already has this lime tree here, so I wasn't able to plant in this section. But right over here, behind the fig tree, I planted a mango tree, and this one is panadel. I'm not sure what the English name is, but it's panadel is a big mango like this, and it's sweet and delicious. So hopefully it will give me some mangoes in 3 years. Hopefully that mango tree will produce some mangoes in about 3 years because it is grafted. So they grow quite fast here, and since they're grafted, they produce even faster. And I only spent like $4 on that one, so that's pretty sweet. Right over here I have this lime tree, and this is a Persian lime. So it's supposed to be seedless. It's an improved variety, or a hybrid actually. So this one is pretty nice. Right next to that I have a níspero, which I believe in the US is called a white sapote. I don't know the variety because it didn't say what variety it was. Yeah, I'm not sure about what variety it is, but we'll see once it produces. This one's also grafted. I can see the graft union right here, which is really nice. And then I have 2 cacao seedlings that I got here, and these are towards the end. This one here, I actually messed up the root ball when I put it into the ground, so I hope that it doesn't die because I kind of messed up the root ball. So I have put this little markers here, and I'm going to put a plastic bottle on each marker so my cousin sees the plastic bottle and then he knows to water that so that they don't die. We're about to go. So El Salvador, or at least the area that I am in, has 2 seasons. We have the dry season and the rainy season. And right now we are in December 2023. So it is about the end of the rainy seasons. They had one last good rain last week before I got here, and the soil is still moist and nice, but in the summer months it gets very dry and almost arid. I've made separate videos about how arid it becomes here in the summer months. So from December, end of December till about May, we won't have any rain, and the soil here is clay soil and it will get very compacted and hard. But you can see my grandmother has other fruit trees. This is a lychee tree, and this is a June plum. So the trees adapt and they survive. But what's going to help here is that my grandmother lives, or she helps watch our house right here, and she's here all the time, and she's going to be able to water these trees. In the past, I planted some trees in my land right across the fence here, and I was in here surveying and looking what has survived, and they have survived, but it was the rainy season when I planted them. Now we have to watch out to see if they come back, if they make it through the dry season. So I hope they make it through because they're rooted now, and hopefully they have enough strength to make it through. I hope you enjoy this planting video. I know it's a little different than what I do, but here I am in the tropics, my homeland, planting more fruit trees. See you on the next one.